Welcome to the Red Chair Show. I am Jesse, your friendly neighborhood G-Man. In the past, I have admitted to being a mark for many, many things. Sideshow collectibles, DC collectibles, and Lego. Now, in this case, not only am I a Lego mark, but I'm also a bit of a Lego snob. Yeah. In the past, I have bought some Lego knockoff minifigures, and I believe I've even done shows on them, and I took a little bit of heat for it. But the thing is, with the minifigures, if Lego would just come out with the superhero minifigures that I really want, I wouldn't have to go the route of buying knockoffs, because there are a ton of knockoffs pretty much of every character that you could ever want. And in this case, it's not so much an issue of price as it is availability. So while I understand that Lego may not have the rights to do it, blah, 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 I don't want to get into semantics here. I'm just saying 9.9 times out of 10, I am a proud Lego snob. That being said, at Toy Fair 2016, Mega Bloks announced this new line called Kubros. Now, not only did they announce it, but they actually had the models there as well. And basically, it's that whole 8-bit kind of looking thing that's been going on lately, sort of Minecraft-ish. And they had a whole slew of figures they were showing there. He-Man, Star Trek, Terminator, I think there was aliens there, all kinds of new figures. And they were cool. But, I didn't know what the story was. I didn't know when they were coming out. So lo and behold, I go to Target the other day, and they have the Kubros there. The initial assortment consists of He-Man, Skeletor, Terminator, Master Chief from Halo, Ezio from Assassin's Creed. I am not a video game guy. I apologize in advance. I'm just not into video games. So, again, I was surprised to see him at Toy Fair, and I was even more surprised to see him at Target. And I really wanted to get one. Now, I didn't know what to get because I can't really say I'm a big fan of any of these properties. They did have Mr. Spock. He is part of the first wave of Kubros. But I just did a big show about Mr. Spock and Mezco Toys 112 collective figures. So I don't necessarily want to do another show about Mr. Spock. So it really came down to Terminator and Skeletor. Now, why Skeletor? If you know me, and you really don't, you know that I hate He-Man. Now, I know I'm going to lose subscribers on this one. I'm going to lose precious subscribers on this one. But I am not the biggest He-Man. I'm not a fan of He-Man at all. At all. The cartoon is ridiculous. I'm sorry, it is. Some of the updates that have happened over the years, okay, they're all right, but I don't care for He-Man. So why get Skeletor? It's a great question. I don't have a great answer. Other than he looks pretty cool. Skeletor was probably the one saving grace of that god-awful television show, that cartoon. Terrible. So I pick up Skeletor. Now, I have not picked up a Mega Bloks set in forever. I have done a show, or I've done a bit somewhere along the line of Hasbro's kree-o building set of their Star Trek. I think it was the Enterprise. And it was an okay set, nothing to write home about. And again, Mega Bloks, they haven't really had a property that I was that interested about to buy the set. I can't recall the last set I ever bought from Mega Bloks, but I do remember the bricks to be, subpar, especially when you compare to Lego. Well, I was more than pleasantly surprised about these bricks that come with Skeletor. They're almost exactly like in quality and feel of Lego. So I don't know if that's across the board with Mega Bloks or it's just with these Kubros, but the quality of the bricks has substantially increased. So then it's the build itself. It comes in this nice, cool little box. It's got Skeletor graphics on it, like that, and it's got the assortment in the back. It comes with a zip thing. I don't get that. I don't know why they did that. Of course, I already built it already because I'm not going to be building these things in front of you. It take too long, and when I can't find a piece, I go a little insane, especially those little pieces. And I know it's probably right in front of me and I can never, ever find it. I'm not a separator when it comes to building stuff, Lego or otherwise. I just throw it in there. Oftentimes I do it on my bed, so the pieces go all over the fucking place. I end up sitting on them, blah, 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 blah. So I already built it. Okay, good. The other thing about the Mega Bloks is their instructions. Their instructions they're adequate. Again, Lego snob here, and I'm just used to the Lego books. They're big, they're colorful, and the instructions that came with this were just slightly a bit confusing. Again, Lego snob. Other than that, this is a really cool build. Just like with Lego, it amazes me that somebody can look at a pile of bricks and say, yeah, Skeletor, we're going to use these odd bricks and make his staff. And oh, by the way, we're going to use these random bricks in a different way and make his face. It's just, whether it's Lego or it's mostly with Lego, but certainly with this Mega Bloks build, and as I recall, the kree-o build, it's just, I'm amazed that artists, whatever you want to call them, can have that vision of, oh yeah, we're going to use 3 plates and put them together and it's going to be Skeletor's cape. Okay. My amazement aside, like I said, it was a really cool build. Not much really moves on this guy. His arms do move up and down. Some of it is, removable, like his cape comes off rather easily. But the detailing, again, is crazy. Look at his eyes. I mean, his eyes, they were like 3 circular bricks, and I probably should have took some pictures of it, but I didn't. And they just went together, and they were tiny, and I got like little sausage figures, so I'm just like dropping this shit. But again, clever. Just the amount of ingenuity that goes into these things is mind-boggling. His teeth, his skull, just the whole thing is really neat. If I had one complaint about this build, besides his cape coming off rather easily, are his hands. His hands leave just a smidge to be desired. They're like, his one hand that's holding his staff is just 2 kind of clip bricks, and his other hand is just a brick, So that being said, if that's my only complaint, then it's my only complaint. It's not bad. Actually, it's very cool. So where do I stand with all these? Man, very cool. I really would like to get another figure. I was at Target again, and they had them, and I'm like, I don't want Spock. Do I get Terminator? So I think I will pull the trigger eventually and get the Terminator. They retail for $14.99. It's not a bad price point. They've got 165 pieces in them, and like I said, it's a cool little build. You can't really beat it. The next wave, I don't know who's coming, but there are more coming. They are numbered, and the numbering of them is kind of odd. Like He-Man and Skeletor are 1 and 2. Spock is 16, Master Chief is 17, and Terminator's 25. So there are more coming, and there are more along the way, and there's a goddamn spider right there that I'm going to fucking walk into. And not to talk about Lego, but I do have to talk about Lego for a second. Lego also has their own version of the Kubros coming out for 2017. They had them as exclusives at San Diego Comic-Con, which was slightly annoying. They're all based on their properties, of course, the DC and Marvel characters, which should be fucking awesome because that's right down my alley. Compared to the properties that Mega Bloks has, look, it is what it is. But I'm definitely looking forward to what Mega Bloks has coming out with these 8-bit-ish characters, and certainly what Lego has coming out next year for 2017.